Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NTD's holiday broadcast. We're going to be bringing you a special program upon how to make it through the festive season without packing on those extra pounds. In the studio today, we are going to have celebrity dietitian Tanya Zuckerbrot, who's going to be teaching us some weight loss tips. We're going to be talking to personal trainer Emery Moore about a exercise routine to tone the whole body, and stick around because later on in the show, we're going to be joined by two principal dancers from Shenyang Performing Arts who are going to be teaching us how they stay in excellent shape. But first of all, we're joined by Tanya Zuckerbrot. Thank you so much for being with us in the studio today, Tanya.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Tanya is a celebrity dietitian. She's a best-selling author, and you're also the creator of the F Factor diet that's helped thousands of people lose weight.
And my hope today is to share some of our F Factor tips with your viewers.
So let's start from, I'm preparing to go out, go to a party. What do I need to keep in mind or do to be prepared?
Well, preparation is key. Studies show that people gain more than half of the weight from the entire year during these last 6 weeks between Thanksgiving and New Year's.
Wow.
So I recommend to all clients, go about the holidays with intentions. Before you even head out for the night, whether you're going to an office party or family gathering, the worst thing you can do is show up to these events hungry. Therefore, eat before you go.
And what would you recommend for a little snack?
Always eat something that's a combination of two nutrients: fiber, which keeps you feeling full, and protein, which also slows down digestion. So what are some combinations? Grab an apple with some almonds, or grab some high fiber crackers and put some cheese on it.
And why is fiber so important? Because of course the F in F Factor stands for fiber, doesn't it?
Fiber has so many health benefits, but when it comes to weight management, fiber works because it has no calories. It's the only nutrient that really fills you up, slows down digestion, but your body cannot break it down. So the more fiber in the food, the fewer calories it has, which allows you to lose weight without hunger.
Are there any tips for what you wear that can influence, how much you eat?
Yes, always dress for success when it comes to the holiday time.
Okay.
And that means, number one, when you're getting dressed, don't opt for clothes that's loose or baggy or anything with an elastic waistband that's going to allow you to eat as much as you want and let your tummy expand. Opt for form-fitting clothing. For men, always tuck in a shirt. For women, wear something that's a little bit snug. Maybe something that cinches in on the waistline, or put on a belt and put on the tightest loop. And it's going to keep you mindful of not overeating. And my second tip for women is, when it comes to your handbag, be thoughtful. Don't carry a purse that has a strap, because that leaves one hand free for a beverage and one hand free for picking. If you carry a clutch, which you have to hold in your hand, and then you carry a beverage in the other hand, like a glass of wine or champagne, now you actually have no hands full to do any picking.
The clutch really makes sense, but for guys, what do we do? Maybe we should add an accessory like a walking stick or
a cane.
A cane.
Very dapper.
Umbrella, Yeah, but that's the key, isn't it? Just have one hand for the drink and the other hand's doing something so that you're not. That is very inspiring. So what about tips for when we arrive at the party? How do we contain ourselves?
So one of the things I advise clients to do is, when they get to the party, look at their watch and give themselves at least 15 minutes to just be social before even thinking about food or drink. And if you were prepared and you had that snack that I suggested before you go, you're not hungry to begin with.
And in addition to dieting, there's also an important point about manners there, isn't there? Because you don't want your host to think that you're just there to clear the buffet,
Imagine walking in and I'm greeting your host and heading straight to the buffet. And when it comes to the foods that are being offered, there's another great tip, is scan the buffet first. Take a look, because if you grab the first thing, you may miss the more healthy options that are going to be offered second. So if the first tray is pigs in the blanket, wait. Maybe the second tray is going to be a leaner shrimp cocktail. Another tip at the buffet is the plate size. Usually there's an entree plate available and sometimes a dessert plate or a salad plate. Go for the smaller plate, because we eat with our eyes. So if you use a smaller plate and you fill that up, your eyes are going to see a plate that's overfilled. And therefore, you might feel fuller despite the fact that you ate less.
What about for holiday drinks? We've talked about food. What about drinking?
So you absolutely can enjoy cocktails during the holiday without gaining weight. The important aspect is to know what you should be drinking. So eggnog, 340 calories and almost 20 grams of fat in a cup of eggnog. That is more than a small order of McDonald's French fries. So if you do love eggnog, have a few sips, enjoy with the taste of it, but don't drink the entire cup.
Cool, and if you're drinking, obviously remember, always make sure you have a safe ride home. So we've talked about main course and drinking that you're going to have throughout the meal. What about for dessert?
Well, nothing says the holidays like dessert. And if there is a time of year to enjoy some dessert, it is at Christmas or at Thanksgiving, because frankly, many of the desserts available only are available during this time of the year, whether it's a fruit cake or peppermint sticks or maybe pecan pie at Thanksgiving.
My mouth's watering just thinking about it.
So my advice is enjoy these, but limit how much you're consuming. And this is based on a study that gave people the same candy bar but in different sizes. And what they found was that the first bite and the last bite always rated the highest, whether you had 4 bites, 8 bites, or 12 bites. In order to have a first and a last, you need the middle. And this is where I come to what we now call the 3-bite rule. 3 bites of anything will leave you just as satisfied as if you had more, but it will keep your calories in check.
And if you have maybe one little tidbit that can give people a bit of encouragement for the holiday season, what would it be?
My advice would be to encourage people to recognize that it's a limited time. Remember that we have 3 major holidays: Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. Those are holidays. So stop thinking of it as a holiday week or a holiday month or even a holiday season. Limit your indulgences to those 3 important days and try and keep the rest of your healthy eating habits in check, during the other times.
Because we don't want people to miss out, do we? But we just got to keep it in perspective, I guess.
Correct. And therefore, it really comes down to your priorities. The value proposition that exists for you is that, yes, you should enjoy the holidays, but not so much to the point that you're going to regret the decisions that you made.
And if you like what you see, guys, and you'd like to know a little bit more about Tanya's book and her website, why don't you tell the audience at home where they can find out about it?
For more holiday tips and to learn more about me and our program, the F Factor Diet, you can look us up at our website, www.ffactor.com. Also, for more tips, you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Thank you so much, Tanya, and I might check it out myself in preparation for Christmas. Well, next up, we'll be talking to fitness trainer Emery Moore about how to maintain a toned physique. Later in the show, we will be talking to 2 principal dancers from the global phenomenon that is Shenyang Performing Arts. But first up, let's take a look at Shenyang's program for this year.
5,000 years of Chinese music and dance in one night. Incredible, groundbreaking, a cultural phenomenon. A must-see. Experience Shenyang. For showtimes and tickets, visit shenyang.com.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, I'm here with fitness educator Emery Moore. Thanks so much for being with us today, Emery.
Pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Now, we've been talking about maintaining your fitness, maintaining your physique over the holiday period. What I want to know is, are there some exercises that I can do that help me keep in shape despite eating loads of food over Christmas?
Do you want the good news or the bad news?
I guess I'll take both.
All right. So the good news is that there are things that you can do to take care of yourself, period. And
So
the bad news is that you can't take a part of your body and decide to remove fat from it or change it dramatically.
So I can't just say I want to get rid of my beer belly or anything. No.
You can say that, but you can't do it just by saying do some abdominal exercises. You have to do something for the entire body. The metabolism doesn't work in a specific place. You can strengthen that area, but you can't make things go bye-bye. So this, if people don't know, physio ball, exercise ball, stability ball, it has many names. The main thing is that you check first to see what size that you need. Because this, for my height, I'm about 5'8", I need a 65 centimeters. So somebody shorter than me would be around 55, just so you know. First of all, I want you to relax on the ball, because the more you relax on the ball, actually the more stable you'll be. You'll notice if you start to bring your weight up, then the ball starts to move around and you won't feel safe. So I actually want you to drop into the ball and feel how solid you can get. We have a hip, we have a knee, we want a foot. So you want to bring everything in line with your shoulder. So bring your feet narrower and make sure your feet are directly under your shoulders. Good. Now relax your arms down. This is for 2 reasons. I like to have the arms at the side, just in case you do fall or the ball moves, you can control the ball or you can save yourself. And also, I want you to grow. I'm gonna tap you on your head and I'm gonna remove my hand and there's a sensation. I want you to grow to where that sensation is. Right. And now we're going to start our bounce. We start with a small bounce first till you get comfortable with it, and then we're going to increase the size of the bounce. Now be careful, don't look down, because if you look down, it's going to have a tendency to bring your body forward.
Okay.
Right. So once you get comfortable with that bounce, now let's get some air time, and you see what you can do and create some space between you and that ball.
Okay, yeah, why is it important for me to leave the ball?
Well, the higher you are, obviously the harder you have to work. And this is a stabilizing exercise. It's not just you bouncing up and down. You're actually stabilizing yourself with your knees, your feet, your ankles. The muscles that support those are all being worked. So we're going to put one foot next to the other.
Which one?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
You take the pick this time.
I'm going to take my left foot then and put it next to my right. Ooh.
Be careful, I want you to move one foot at a time. Now
Okay.
move the other leg away. Good. And move the foot toward the other leg. Good. One more and you would have returned. Perfect. Take a break. Regain your composure. Catch your breath. And so let's do something that I like. It's a variation on a plank. Be careful because this can be a little slippery. Your fingers are going to be down, but you can actually grab the ball. Stretch one leg back, whichever one you feel most secure with.
Okay.
Grab, stretch the other leg back. Straighten the arms and make sure both of the elbows are looking in towards each other. Now I'm going to straighten my arms completely and slowly drop my hips.
Oh, okay.
Right?
So my hands
One
are
leg behind you.
one leg behind me, and then my other leg comes out,
Good.
right? Okay.
Good.
Now my hips.
Really straighten your arms by pulling your triceps up. Abdominals are here. Good. Glutes are kicking. Good.
Yep.
Now pull your heels back. Let's see if you can do a push-up. Bring your chest down towards the ball, but don't touch it. Now push back up. Not bad. Not bad. One more time, one more time. Don't worry about that shaking. That goes away eventually. A few days, it'll just stop. Well done.
It's pretty cool.
And take a break.
That really was a whole body workout. I can totally feel it. And so how much would you recommend doing these kind of exercises in order to see a result?
I believe in a daily regimen. In our modern times, I think that because of the way we're living with our, labor-saving devices, the elevators, the escalators, the cars, the more you can integrate movement into your life, the better. And I also think that going to the gym 45 minutes or 1 hour 3 times a week isn't really enough to counteract those effects. So my suggestion is try to figure out what you can build into your daily routine.
Okay.
Don't worry about how long or how many, but try to build in habits.
For those of our viewers who'd like to learn more, do you have a website that people can check out?
You can go to www.em-arts.info.
Thanks so much for being with us today,
Thank
Emery.
you for having me. That was nice.
Don't go away, guys, because coming right up, we've got 2 principal dancers from Shenyang Performing Arts who are going to be talking to us about maintaining their physiques and perhaps showing me some of their exercises too. Welcome back, everyone. Well, if you're just joining us, we have Daisy Wang and Madeline Lobjoie from Shenyang Performing Arts in the studio with us. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. We're very happy to be here.
Okay, now I know, Madeline, you guys go on long tours every year. It's what, 6 months or so?
Yes, 4 to 5.
4 to 5 months. Wow, and that is a long time. And now, so we're focusing on health and what people can do to stay healthy throughout the new year. So I was actually looking at some videos on Shenyang's website, and I came across a video of you on tour, and I think it was your birthday, and your friends cooked you a huge table full of food. Now, a lot of people, if they ate that much food, they probably would be packing on the pounds, and so it's something that a lot of people are concerned with. So, what do you guys do to sort of like stay in shape and maintain a great physique?
Well, it's not like we eat and we don't get fat. Actually, we do, but I guess we keep physical exercise every day because we're professional performers, so we are conscious of our responsibility to the audience. So I guess if one day I eat a lot, I don't feel it growing on my body, but second day, third day, I would say I feel it. And then maybe the fourth day, my friends, dancers, would actually see it on my body. So I need to keep up physical exercise and sweat it out.
Okay, so it's actually your physical training that really helps you stay in shape. It's not like you're dieting all the time?
No. It's because we're on during tour. We have like one show per day usually, or like 2 in one day. And usually in a week we'd have like 2 to 3 days where we have 2 shows. So that would be like 4 hours of dancing on stage and running around, quick changing, getting out of your costume, and like preparing, warming up. And then we'd have like an hour of warm up before the show.
Wow.
And 1.5 hours of class before we warm up. So in total, that's like around 6 hours of exercise.
So
and
even when you're
dancing.
doing shows, you're actually
Yeah.
doing training as well to maintain
Yes.
your skills.
Always.
Otherwise, if you just did shows on their own, would your skills
Well, I
decrease?
guess you wouldn't be as warmed up, and then it would probably affect your techniques and stuff.
Okay.
So we'd always have to keep ourselves warmed up
Wow.
constantly. Yeah.
And what about when you're not on tour? What sort of exercise routine are you doing?
We still have class every day and rehearsals because we need to prepare for tour. And at night we also have rehearsals. So I think it's about 6 to 8 hours physical training, like intense physical training.
Wow.
Yeah, but we can't say that we don't watch our diet actually, because if I eat whatever I want and as much as I want, I think I will get fat even if I have class every day, you know.
Yes. So it's important to maintain balance between exercise.
It's very important, yes, to
good
maintain
diet.
balance, because classical Chinese dance requires actually a very high level techniques
Okay.
that requires a lot of efforts, and then if you don't eat, then you don't have strength. So I guess yes.
Okay.
you
So yeah,
still
that's
need to
important
eat.
too, isn't it? Not eat too much, but eat enough as well, so you stay healthy and you don't get yourself
Yeah.
too thin and too worn out, and
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you need to fuel your body, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So are there any foods that you guys stay away from?
I would personally stay away from buttery, sugary, starchy things like rice. I don't
Okay.
usually eat, but Chinese people always eat rice, right? But then I'm like used to it. So I eat a lot of fruits and veggies and drink lots of water. Water is so important.
So why don't you show us some of your techniques that you know that you do that keep you in shape? and
Yeah,
keep
so
you
whenever we actually feel like, well, personally, if I feel like I overate the day before, we have this basic thing, which is 300 legs,
Okay.
which is where we kick front leg 100 times, side leg 100 times, and back leg 100 times. And if I feel like I ate too much, I'd add on to that. So like 600, 900.
Wow.
I think the most I ever did was like 1,200.
Wow.
So yeah, that's pretty much how I do it.
Okay. Well, I'm interested to learn. Why don't you give us a little demonstration? I'll
Alright,
see
cool.
if I can copy you.
Yeah. So basically, front leg would look a little something like this, except 100 times. So 100 times. And then side leg, you probably go behind your shoulders, and it'd look a little something like this, with my feet pointed in a lot more pro-looking than I am.
Okay.
Yeah, and then back leg, we usually hold on to something and then just kick our legs high up.
Okay. Wow, you're
And-
going
yeah.
really high with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm dying to try this.
Yeah.
So let me. Okay. I'm gonna give it a shot. So let's
Yep.
try the. What do you do with your hands?
We
the
just
front
keep
leg?
it
Out
for
like
like
this?
just yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna try the front leg.
That's pretty good.
And keep your
That's
back
pretty good.
straight.
Keep your back straight.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty good, pretty
that's
good.
not bad.
I can
I guess
really
you're-
feel it. pulling, but- all right. Let me try the side one.
Side
So
leg.
what-
So your hands would be like this.
oh,
Yep.
Like that.
Yep. Yeah. Pretty
Okay.
much.
And my leg has to go behind my
Yeah.
shoulder.
It's
is that
around
right?
like behind your shoulders. like
Okay, this one I'm the least optimistic about. I think this isn't going to be. Yeah, okay.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
And your hands were like this, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's going to be.
So that'll be like yep.
Yep.
Okay, that's terrible.
Your right leg's better than your left.
My right leg's much better
Right.
than my
Right.
left.
You want to try the back leg?
Is that common? Is that what
Yeah.
most people
No,
do?
no,
Right
no.
leg is
Everyone's
better?
different. Mine is one left.
Your left is better.
My left is better.
Oh, okay.
My right is better.
Oh,
Yes.
all right. Let me try
Yeah.
the back one. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, this one hopefully will be a little bit better than my last one.
The mic.
How's that?
Go for the mic.
Try to go longer, longer.
I'm scared I'm gonna longer,
Yes,
like further
longer.
out.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that's better. Oh,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
oh.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
See?
Oh, that's pretty good.
Wow, that actually sounded.
That's pretty good. Pretty good for a try. Yeah.
Okay, so, and you guys, you know, your posture and you're so long and sort of standing so straight. Is this
Yeah.
because of your training? What kind of exercises do you do that
We
give you that?
do some stretching, since classical Chinese dance requires actually a lot of flexibility. So
Okay.
we have to stretch every day, and stretching actually helps burn calories, I would say, and lengthen your muscles, so your muscles are in a better shape.
So that's why dancers appear sort of to be so long. And
That's one of the reasons, I would say. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Especially the back. Yeah. So. And
Yeah,
that's
why don't you
one
give
I
us
don't know
a
example.
little
Chinese
demonstration of
classical
something?
dance. Oh, for example, this is 端腿. So
Okay.
yeah.
All
So
right,
you
let me
keep
try that.
stretching.
Let me see if I can do that.
Yeah, and then we have like a kind of spinning like this.
Okay, so you take it.
Yeah,
now,
and
where
a bit
should
longer.
I be feeling the
I mean,
stretch?
like here. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, yeah, I feel it much more in the back of the leg.
Uh-huh.
Right here.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah,
that's
that's
right,
right.
right?
Yeah.
And then
Yes,
you just
that's
did something,
right.
you took
and you have
your...
to keep this leg straight. So you should hold
That's
it
challenge.
even
Pretty
more.
good balance, right?
Yes.
Well, thanks so much for showing me. I don't think I'm going to turn into a professional dancer anytime soon, but I will try and become more flexible. So let's just take a seat. Okay, so I've seen the show several times over the years, and it is a brand new production every year, and I've learned so much about traditional Chinese culture from watching Shenyun. What have you guys learned, perhaps with relation to the traditional Chinese aspects of how to maintain a healthy body and mind?
For traditional culture, something that really surprised me was in the summer, Chinese people traditionally would go for hot water or like tea. And that was really interesting because after I sweat and in the summer and stuff, I would go for ice cream, popsicles, like frozen things or cold ice water. And then I realized that because Chinese people are really big on like yin yang and like keeping everything in harmony and in balance. So they would go for hot water to not like shock your body, I guess.
Oh, that makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah. Your
and
body
then-
doesn't have to cool, doesn't have to heat it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess you have to naturally let your body cool itself down. So they go for like hot water so you sweat even more, and then sweat is supposed to like help you cool down, I guess.
Okay,
And so
yeah.
drinking hot water would like eventually cool yourself down by drinking something hot.
That's the opposite.
Yeah.
effect, opposite of what you would think.
Yeah. And
Wow.
like things like green tea have like antioxidants and like detoxifying properties that are actually good for your body and healthy and help you keep fit as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Traditional Chinese culture actually emphasizes the connection between mind and body. So I think also from my personal experience, I feel like when I have a peaceful mind, when I feel happiness, and my body actually feels healthier. And while I feel anger and sadness, my body feels less healthy. I would say like, how come some people ask, how come I gain weight, but I'm like controlling my diet. But I think it's also connected to the mind. Yeah.
Oh, I see. And how do you?
That's
how do
maybe
you,
one of the reasons. Yeah.
Okay. And how do you bring that into your training? How do you keep your mind healthy and balanced?
I think music actually is medicine for the soul, and so listening to classical music is really good for your body and like helps your stress levels. It reduces your stress levels. And another thing we like to do is like meditation. That really keeps us calm and like stress-free, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Always keep a positive attitude, whatever you do.
Well, people talk about the Mozart effect, right? And that classical
Yeah.
music can have that.
Yeah.
And actually, the Chinese character for
Yes.
music is
Derived from
Chinese character for medicine is derived from the character for music, isn't it? Because relates to how what you just said, right?
Yeah.
Music can. And now the show, it is a super positive show. People come out of the show with like this great feeling, and they always say, I've seen interviews of people who've seen it, and they're always like, wow, it totally raised my spirits and opened up my eyes, and I feel so great afterwards. And you guys, you seem super positive. How do we, get that positivity? How do we get into the mind of a Shenyun dancer?
I think we always stay optimistic and we always like keep each other in the mode and joyful. So if we get tired after like 2 shows and the next day we have another 2 shows, so it's like 4 shows in 2 days, right? And then by the 4th show we're kind of tired, and then we'd be like, no, we gotta like stay happy and like joyful, and we gotta warm ourselves up. We gotta warm up for the show. New audience are coming in for their first time. And then so we'd probably play really childish games, and then we'd start running around the stage and like playing tag. Something that you would play when you were a kid. And I remember when I was a kid, like I never knew the concept of being tired.
So you guys really keep that youthful energy going. I think that's something a lot of people can learn from. Madeline, what about you? How do you keep energized for the show?
Well, after seeing the audience's feedbacks, it makes me actually even happy. I think it's like a cycle. They're happy watching us, and then I'm happy reading their feedbacks.
Well, we actually have a video about that. Let's take a look.
5,000 years of Chinese music and dance in one night.
I have never seen a production any better than this anywhere.
5-star.
I was just blown away.
A cultural phenomenon.
I learned more in this performance than I actually do in a whole week of school.
It was special for us.
It's so spiritual and uplifting.
And it really healed me.
It's kind of magical.
For showtimes and tickets, visit shenyun.com.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, we have Daisy Wang and Madeline Lobdroit from Shenyun Performing Arts in the studio. Now, I majored in Chinese language and history, and so for me, Shenyun is the most authentic representation of traditional Chinese culture that certainly I've ever seen. It reminds me of things I studied back in university that I just imagined in ancient China, and now we're seeing it on stage. It really is beautiful, and it's a very moving experience. Every time I see it, I think it's amazing. But maybe you can tell me, what does Shenyun mean to you?
What I love about Shenyun is it's telling the untold stories of thousands of years of traditional Chinese culture. So it's like 5,000 years compact into one night, and I love doing it every night. Yep.
It's a joy. It's a joy touring with Shenyun. Because I feel like I'm not doing this for myself, but for other people, for the audience, and for the whole culture actually. Because we're trying to revive 5,000 years of that lost culture that has been destroyed by the Chinese Communist Party. And then I think we're doing a righteous task here.
And when audience members come to see the show, what will they see at the theatre?
We have a live orchestra and about 40 dancers on stage, so that's like a big production. And we have something new every year, and we have something ready for people of all generations, and we have things that make you laugh, that'll make you cry. It's unexpected.
The live orchestra combines Western and Eastern instruments, which is very unique.
It's very rare, isn't it, that an orchestra would
very.
do that?
So another thing I love about the show is that we always have really vibrant, beautiful costumes that I get to wear.
Oh, okay.
And I have like 10 dances, so I have about like, including quick change, I have like 15 costumes to wear.
Wow. And I hear that there's a huge amount, isn't it? I think the number is something like 2005 costumes, right?
Yeah.
Created this year. Handmade? Or is
handmade, always. And because there's 5 equally large companies, so everyone has their own costume.
Wow.
It's always beautiful, and the colors are so vibrant, and it's incorporated with the backdrop, so all of that together with the orchestra, with the new season and all the colors, it really brings you back to like 5,000 years ago where Chinese culture just began, and it takes you to another world.
And everything's designed in-house, of course, right?
Yeah.
Yes, the backdrops and costumes are all personally designed by our artistic director.
And so for the benefit of the audience at home, where can they see Shenyun this year, and where can they find out about getting tickets?
We have shenyun.com, and that's where all our cities are listed. And
I hear it's a huge number of cities this year, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we're going to perform in total in over 150 cities.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And you're going to be going to New York's Lincoln Center, of course, right?
Yes, that's right. So we'll be in Lincoln Center from January 11th to 15th, and New Jersey, May 3rd to 7th.
So just lastly, this is a holiday show, and I'm interested to know, what do the holidays mean to you?
Well, to me, I think the holidays is always about spending with your family. And, I'm so happy that with Shenyun, I'm able to bring families together. Like 3 generations of people are able to come and enjoy our show. They're able to laugh together, cry together. I think that's the way you're supposed to spend your holidays, with your family, always.
Cherish every moment with the people you love, your family, yeah.
And, unfortunately, you guys, you're going to be on tour over the holiday season. So is that sad for you, or?
I guess, no, my family comes to watch my show during the holidays, so yeah.
So they get to see you anyway, just on stage, not...
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, I wish you the best of luck on your tour this year, and
Thank
I will
you.
definitely be coming to see the show at New York's Lincoln Center. And to everyone watching at home, do check out shenyun.com, and I wish you a happy holidays. Thanks for watching.